Thank you so much for choosing to hang out with me on the mat. Today's class is a deeply nourishing practice as we will hold pigeon pose, which is a deep hip opener for 7 minutes on each side. With our long pigeon pose, I will include journaling prompts, so if you have a personal journal, go ahead and have it handy. But there's no pressure to journal. You can meditate on the prompts or simply enjoy the deeply soothing pigeon pose for exactly what it is. Have any props needed for the long hold, maybe some bolsters or pillows or blankets to best support you and your body. I'll meet you seated at the back of the mat. Let's join together, seated at the back of the mat with your hips resting to your heels. Sit up nice and tall, soften in your shoulders. Slow breath in through your nose. And softly exhale out your nose. Open your knees as wide as the mat. Inhalation as you circle your fingertips to the sky. Exhalation as you lower your torso through center, coming into wide knees child's pose. Your forehead and your palms kiss the earth. We're warming and gently opening our hips, preparing for pigeon pose. Let's take 10 deep, nourishing breaths, allowing ourselves to arrive and our body and our mind and our spirit here on the mat. Your torso, your heart melting through center towards the earth with each exhalation. And soften through your low back and in your hips. Begin to press down in your fingers and your palms. On your next exhalation, round through your spine and rise up to cat pose. Inhalation, ripple through, lowering your belly into cow. Tuck your toes and press your hips up to bent knee, downward facing dog. Bring your feet so they're hip width apart, your sternum yearning towards the mat. Tailbone lengthening to the sky, and slowly pedal your feet, letting one heel yearn to the mat and then the other, waking up the back of your legs. Place your left foot to the center. Inhale, extend your right leg to the sky. Let's bend into that top knee and stack your hips. Flex your foot, your knee lifts and heel reaches towards the space in front of you. Steady breathing as we hold, keeping weight evenly distributed in both your hands. And bring your knee up and over to the right wrist, lowering your shin to the mat into pigeon pose. And go ahead and tuck your back toes and take your left hip forward in space and your right hip back to help square your hips up. And then untuck your toes. If pigeon pose feels too intense, you can transition to your back for reclined pigeon or use your props and place them underneath your right seat. Maybe try to fill up space or any gaps between your body and the earth. Drawing the shin closer towards your body helps to soften the pose just right. Now deep breath in as you lengthen through your spine, and exhale, melt your upper body forward, lowering to your forearms or maybe to a bolster or pillow. Find a variation that best supports you. Remember, we're going to be here for 7 minutes, so we want to do whatever we need to make this as comfortable as we can. I tried a few and found stacking one arm in front of the other with my forehead resting to be the most comfortable. Once you find your variation, begin to deepen your breaths, keeping your inhalations and your exhalations of equal length. Stay soft in your shoulders, relaxing them away from your ears, relaxing muscles in your neck, in your jaw, be kind to yourself as we hold. This is a very challenging pose. If you're having any discomfort, you may want to back off a little. Maybe prop yourself up on more cushions, whether that's underneath your seat or your torso to rest on. Add padding under your knee. Just listen to your body. With our next one, only if you want to, go ahead and press yourself up and come to your forearms. And we'll take the next few moments to journal. Now I'm filming this before the new year, so go ahead and think of habits, thought patterns, or relationships, behaviors that you want to take with you into 2020, into the new decade. You can apply this outside of the new year too, thinking into a new season or into a new month or week. What habits or behavior, thought patterns are you grateful for that you want to continue to fulfill yourself with in 2020? And let's keep this positive, so steering clear of any can'ts or won'ts, don'ts, no's, just positive vibes here, filling yourself up with abundance. If you want to continue to journal, you may wish to pause the video now. But if you're ready, bring your palms under your shoulders, and on your next inhalation, we'll slowly rise up. Tuck your back toes, and slowly, with loving kindness, start to press yourself up and come into your downward facing dog. Notice how your right side of body feels compared to your left. Take any feel-good moves to work out any tightness or tension you're feeling, balancing your body back out. Maybe some hip circles, or just pedaling your feet. Then let's take it to the other side. Place your right foot to the center. On your inhalation, extend your left leg to the sky. We'll bend into that top knee and stack your hips. Flex that top foot. Feel your knee lift up and your heel reaching towards the space in front of you. Keep your breath nice and steady here. Weight evenly distributed in both your hands. And we'll bring your knee up and over to your left wrist, lowering your shin into pigeon pose. Let's tuck your back toe and take your right hip forward a little as you draw your left hip back in space. We're working to square your hips up here. Your hip points like headlights to the space in front of you. And if you took pigeon pose reclined on the other side, go ahead and maneuver to your pigeon pose now. And just as we did on the other side, use any props needed. Now your right and left side may be a little bit different. I find that my left side is a little bit tighter than my right side, so your props might be a little bit different on each side. Beautiful. Now deep breath in as you lengthen through your spine, reaching up, and exhale, melt your torso through center, and then taking whichever variation you need to. Maybe on a bolster, or resting your forehead to your forearms. Just find what feels good and that you can hold. And once you find your variation, return to that deep breathing, keeping your inhalations and your exhalations of equal length. Sometimes it can be helpful to count your inhalation to your exhalation to help them be of equal length. Stay soft in your shoulders, in your forehead, in your jaw. Just soften throughout. Be loving towards yourself. And if you're noticing any pain or discomfort arise, use any props needed, fill up that space, or maybe just back off a little, not folding so deeply, or maybe it means switching to reclined pigeon pose. Remember, you want to be in a place where you can breathe easily. Surrender into the pose. Surrender into your body and your breath. Surrender to the earth. Be present with the sensations within your body. we're going to do our second round of journaling here. So if you would like to journal, go ahead and press yourself up and come to your forearms. In this journaling session, I want you to jot down what you're going to do in 2020. Again, this can be applied to a new season, a new month, a new week. Just remember, we want to keep those positive vibrations. So jot down things you are going to do rather than things you want to stop doing. So if you have something you plan to change in 2020, rather than saying, I'm not going to eat pizza anymore, rephrase that. I'm going to place effort in understanding my relationship with pizza and why I tend to emotionally eat it. And you guys, feel free to elaborate on your thoughts of how you will take action, what the action plan is, or return to journaling after class. Or you could even return to this practice another time this week or next week to elaborate more on your journaling. If you want to continue journaling, you may wish to pause the video at this time, but if you're ready, bring your palms under your shoulders, and on your next inhale, we'll slowly start to rise up. Let's tuck those back toes, and we'll super slowly, with loving kindness, start to lift and press your hips up, coming to your downward facing dog. Notice how your left side compares to your right. And then just take any feel-good moves. Let's settle into stillness with our heels sinking to the mat. Nod your head yes. And shake your head side to side, releasing any tension you may be holding in your neck. And let's bend deeply into both your knees, helping to prep you before you wave your spine through center nice and slow, coming into plank pose. And then lower to chaturanga, pressing to your beautiful upward facing dog. Deep breath in with your heart shining, and exhale. Tuck your toes and press your hips up to downward facing dog. And step one foot and then the other to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Bring your feet so they're hip width apart. Have a slight bend in both your knees. And then just clasp opposite elbows and release here. Letting your upper body weigh heavy, gravity taking hold. And let's take 10 deep breaths here. With each exhalation, actively let go and release anything that no longer serves you, that no longer supports your balanced, healthy body and mind, that may have presented itself during our practice or during the journaling today. Use your breath and just let it go. Beautiful, my friend. Release your fingertips to the mat. Breathe in, lift to flat back, lengthening your spine. And exhale, melt chest to thighs. Breathe in, circle your fingertips to the sky. Your palms kiss the top and lower prayer to heart center. And breathe in, fingertips rise up. And we'll exhale, cactus our arms, elbows pressing open wide, feeling that amazing stretch across your body from elbow to elbow. Breathe in, circle your arms up once more, your palms kiss, and reach back, taking it into a mini back bend before they lower through center to your heart. And softly close your eyes. And take a moment here to notice how you're feeling from our practice today. Breathe in and reach your fingertips to the sky, gathering love and light as you reach up. Your palms kiss and bring all that love and light down to heart center. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking the time to tend to your body, mind, and soul. For some self-care, some self-love time. And release your hands and gently open your eyes. I'm sending love and light to you and all beings. Namaste. Thanks so much for watching. Comment below and let me know how the practice went for you. And throw it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get the latest yoga love released each week.